Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. So, what happened today was expected. Nothing crazy actually happened, realistically speaking. For a lot of people, hey, this meant panic. We lost pretty much over $300 billion in the crypto market cap. A lot of people gave me hate on my video yesterday, saying, "Oh, look at this clown thinking that we're gonna drop now, blah blah blah." I'm just gonna say it right now, okay? Whenever somebody is saying something, right? For an example, I was saying, "Is a 40% correction possible?" I said yes. Okay, I said that it is possible considering the past market structures and cycles, and even talking about the patterns that played out every September going back to 2013, 2014, 2017, and 2018. Now, in regards to that, a lot of people were saying, well, did you ever think that maybe this year is different? No. What about this cycle is completely different? Besides the fact that Bitcoin is losing a lot more dominance over the market, it is losing its overall grasp. A lot of people are realizing, listen, why would I put money into something at almost $50,000 when I could buy something that's $1.13? I could buy something that's, in the cents. It's just the idea that Bitcoin is no longer for the normie investor. It's not for the individuals out there that actually want to make money. It's more so for people who can manipulate the market, and that is exactly what Bitcoin has been doing. So, in regards to Bitcoin, a lot of altcoins are still up. For example, Solana is still up significantly. It did nearly break $200. We also see other altcoins up significantly still, but for the most part, we do have a red market. So, overall, I tweeted out two things yesterday after the video that I posted. That was, one, Michael Saylor is a great sell signal in my opinion. We also said this: everyone is extremely bullish. People are making massive amounts of money. Michael Saylor saying buy $30 worth of Bitcoin. What do you think happens next? Buckle up, because it could get a bit volatile. And no, this doesn't mean we aren't in a major bull market, because I still think that we are in a major bull market. But the difference is, right, is the fact that when people are extremely greedy, and I can tell you right now, once this updates in 12 minutes, nearly 13 minutes, this is going to look entirely different. Will most likely be somewhere in here. And the reason why is because everybody is extremely greedy. And I've said it multiple times in the past. I said, look at this chart, or the fear and greed index, if you will, and almost kind of trade it, right? If we are nearly up in these major extreme greed levels, it's not a bad thing to take profit, because we could have capitalized on the drop. For an example, XRP, which I don't openly trade. I'm going to be completely honest with you, I did not sell any XRP. But it wouldn't have been a bad idea to, because look at the percentage drop, right? We dropped nearly 30, almost 6 cents, or 36% almost, right? That is a change of nearly 51 cents. You could have shorted XRP by 51 cents. Now, in regards to the levels that we bounced off of, there's no clear, support zones down here. We actually broke significant supports, but we retested nearly the 200 MA, which is fairly good. Okay, same goes for Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin broke key levels, and I said, watch for this level to be broken here with X marked on the chart at 49.3K, because now we are significantly below that level, and that level is a key instance for us. Now, we are trading right now on support at around 46.7K. We did come all the way down and almost nearly test 42K exact. Now, the drop on here wasn't exactly 40%, but I even said we don't need to drop 40%. The percentages actually tapered down a little bit since then, but we still got about halfway there, right? We were looking at about 20%, which 20% is totally fine. I was expecting something like this, a little bit more volatile than most people anticipated, but I was still expecting something like this. So this was not a surprise wake-up call, or I didn't wake up and say, oh my God, I can't believe that this is happening. It wasn't anything like that, okay? This was expected. we could have had some really good trades open. If you guys didn't, then oh well. But I said just keep some fiat on the side for the dip buying, right? Again, XRP, you could have got it under $1 at nearly 92 cents exact. So if you did, that's great. This is actually below the price demand zone as well, going all the way back to April. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it right now, and this is an open warning for anybody who thinks that I just spread FUD, or I just make these videos for monetary reasons, because that was another thing that a lot of people were saying. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, I give you guys things straight, okay? I'm not gonna tell you, false hope. I'm not gonna say, yeah, we're in a clear bull market, we're gonna go to 100K tomorrow. No, I'm giving you both narratives of the side, okay? I'm not gonna just put a coin on the table and say, yep, it's heads on both sides. I'm going to tell you heads and tails, okay? And that is the idea that, yes, we are in a bull market. And yes, I think that this drop or correction, whatever you want to call it, is nothing, because think about it logically, right? If we go to the 1 week chart, now we are in September. Let me actually go to Bitstamp, because Bitstamp is more accurate. And I actually already have it circled from yesterday's video, okay? And look at this. Okay, so here is August. So August was fairly good. Now here is September. And if we actually look at the gains, or the dropping point here, it was roughly about a 46% of a drop in price on XRP. Now, what ended up happening after this, and let me actually make sure that this is 100% accurate. So it's almost roughly 45%. And if we look at what the drop was just recently, we can go off of this high here and go down to the bottom. It was roughly about 32%, almost 33%. And yes, I do think that this week will just continue to be a little bit volatile. We might see lower prices. Nothing is out of the picture, but I do think that we most likely build from here. But overall, if we actually look here, back in September, we had that same droppage point followed by the next move up, which was about roughly 108%, followed by yet another slight pullback. This goes all the way back into December. This was a 40% pullback before we really took off and got that blow off top all the way to the all-time high, which was roughly about 1,777% of an increase in price. And if we go off the highest pinpoint of pretty much the $3.84 zone, which is another high that XRP has on a different exchange, that is roughly 2,078%. So I do think that realistically, if we're talking about the long-term mission here, we are still very bullish. But I am macro bearish on a short time frame, which is totally fine. You guys don't have to be bullish moon boys 24/7. That doesn't need to be the case. And if somebody is telling you something, like for example myself, right? You guys already know I believe in XRP. I believe in crypto. I'm 100% in crypto. I love it. And sorry, I jumped to the S&P 500, but overall, when we're talking about XRP, when we're talking about the short term, it's always good to have a bearish and bullish outset, right? Because even when we talk about Michael Saylor, we talk about Elon Musk, we talk about Mark Cuban, these major billionaires are easy sell signals to the market. But I don't need to tell you guys that, because I already told you it yesterday before this actually happened. All right? And even going back to, if we go all the way back to 2017, 2018 for Bitcoin, and I kind of repeat the narrative that I said yesterday, okay, we had the same thing happen. We had the 40% pullback, okay? This was also followed in September, okay? And this actually lasted quite a bit of days, right? If we actually look here at the date timeline, so it actually happened on August 28th, and if we look here, to really get back into grasp, it took about roughly 21 days. And this is only the start of 1 day. So this sideways momentum, it could take about 21 days to get back to the topping point, or get back in the green, I should say. Okay? And in a realistic mindset, we could expect further momentum on Bitcoin. We could expect to be back on track for the major bull run, for the topping out point around the end to the beginning of December to the middle of December. similar to the 4-year cycle, because I still think that we are following the 4-year cycle. I don't think that we are in a lengthening cycle or anything like that, but it doesn't matter. As long as we get to that topping point, that is all that matters on Bitcoin, as well as for our altcoins. Now, in regards to that, we also seen Bitcoin dominance do something very significant, which is exactly what I was calling for. I said we could see an impulse on Bitcoin dominance while Bitcoin is dropping to bring our altcoins down significantly. That led to a 32.9, almost a 33% drop on XRP, while Bitcoin only dropped about 20% roughly. Okay? And even Ethereum dominance made its way down, retested support, which is totally fine, bounced off of the support, and now we are kind of ranging here, while Ethereum dropped significantly as well. All of these altcoins are now trading on solid support zones. But I didn't need to tell you that, because the market also told us that we were ready to drop and have a correction. I mean, look at this nice momentum here that it hit the resistance wall, and we were more than ready, and Michael Saylor was basically the tell sign for that. Now, I don't think that he was the one that fully manipulated the game or anything like that. I just think that the market was going to do what the market was going to do, realistically. Now, in regards to this, even going back to all of these altcoins and what they are about to do, listen, Bitcoin literally had, from this date forward, okay, it had almost 49 days, almost 50 days of upward momentum without any slight pullbacks. So realistically, I think that this is very healthy, and I think that it is needed. And I think that we are still going to get to the all-time high plus. It's just going to take a little bit more time. We will still top out around somewhere in these further dates here marked by this X. So I'm watching for that. Overall, the dollar looks still fairly good. We did regain some dominance, though, as we did see stocks actually work up some momentum today. We actually had the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and also the Dow Jones kind of rally a little bit today. Nothing too crazy, but we are regaining some traction on the dollar. We are still hitting that resistance point at the 50-day MA. The major indices looks pretty good overall. Like I said, the NASDAQ did some significant moves today, but overall, the Dow Jones didn't really have too crazy of a day. It actually went down 270 points, and the S&P 500 is down about 15.4. These already closed today, but I will be watching them tomorrow, as they could get a little bit volatile. This actually gets updated in 3 minutes. I'm actually excited to see where this is actually at. But overall, for anybody who wanted those solid entry points on XRP and stuff, hey, I'm not going to say now's the time. I would wait out until maybe the weekend just to see what happens. But overall, I still think that we have some time to trade sideways a little bit. We'll most likely wait in here and kind of trade sideways until we get that major breakout event. And don't worry about the dates down here right now when I'm drawing lines like this, because we are on the weekly chart. But I do think that we still have a little bit more time before we have the major move. But overall, this was expected. So, with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed the video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys don't want free content, guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.